Is this thing on? Hello? There it is. All right. Making sure. What's up, guys? Drive safe, Jay. It took me a 6-hour drive back from Virginia. Took me 8 hours. It was a mess. But it was nice to go away for a week and pretty much unplug from the world. So I missed a lot. What did I miss? Anything happen? Look, there's nothing better than going away for a few days and forgetting the other world exists. Duck racing. What? With Edward? I thought, where'd you see? I thought Edward didn't have a YouTube channel anymore. How'd you know about that? You watching on Rumble? What's up, Millis? It's on YouTube. How do I find it? Immediately. What do I don't even know what to search for. Duck racing? With Edward? All right. What's up, Scott? I got in a fight last night trying to get takeout at the hibachi spot. How do you get in a fight trying to pick up food? I don't know if Jay finds trouble or trouble finds him, but he always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Stickman Outdoor Adventures? What the hell? Is this it right here? Is that it? Stickman Outdoor Adventures dash Papa Sticky? That sounds weird. What in the hell am I watching? All right, which one of these am I supposed to be watching? It looks like it's all duck racing. Where's the one with Edward? What's up, Stingray? Oh, live stream. Well, there's some weird shit on the internet. This might top it right here. Which one of these is it? See, the problem is these are like 4 hours. I can't watch all that. 2 days ago, this one, Stickies Friday duck race or whatever. What are we doing? Where's Edward at? That's all I care about. I don't care about none of this duck racing shit. That's the volume. Where's the... What is this shit? Oh, there's Edward. All right, hold on. Now, I'm only going to watch a couple minutes of this because...
It still functions a tiny bit. Just that much. That much.
What's up, Blazer Dog?
Like, remember, Miss Amanda, I have been to where you live, which is Las Vegas. Went out one time. Yeah, it was back in June, though. It was very hot when I went. But, hey.
Look at this guy, Papa Sticky. Look at this. Look at this guy's room he's in. Is he a hoarder? This guy must be a hoarder or something. Look at all the shit he's got behind him. What is going on there?
Yeah, Amanda, Misfit Mafia is a good person. I mean, I'm friends with you, Amanda. Don't worry, we're still friends. I'm friends with Mafia Queen too, because I've been on her channel in the past. She's real nice. Check her channel out.
He lives in an antique shop? Is that true? Or are you just making a joke? Because yeah, you never know.
Yeah, even the host has subscribed to... Oh, thank you.
All right, I don't know if I can take much more of this.
All right, let's see. So we got...
Boy, everyone's into some weird shit.
Congratulations to Ivan.
What am I watching? All right, so I asked what I missed when I was gone, and this is what I missed.
Tim Ivans.
So,
Tim, look what you want.
I can't say that I'm upset about missing that.
Man, good job.
I can't believe people watch that. What's up, VicTube? Lord have mercy. All right, let me rephrase my question. Did I miss anything important? That's from the Oregon Trail. But what is that channel? It's just duck racing constantly? I mean, how many people actually watch that? Well, we're in the worst part of the college football season right now, which is really nothing going on other than, I mean, a lot of predictions. People love predictions, you know, in April. Pretty much any news that comes out of any school at this point, time of the year, is bad news, you know, injuries and whatnot. I mean, I can't imagine the level of boredom that I would have to be experiencing to watch duck racing on YouTube. Now, if it were real ducks, even that I probably could handle more than 1 or 2 videos, but simulated animated duck racing, I don't know, man. I could see like a 13-year-old doing that, but that guy looked like he was in his 40s. More arrested, Georgia. Who got arrested now? Oh. I don't think Edward has a channel. Whatever this guy's name is Stickman Outdoor Adventures, but that's not Edward's channel. Oh. Anyway, it's good to be back. I don't have any plans to leave. Thank God. Feels like I've been going somewhere every few weeks since January. Looks like we're not going anywhere, most likely till July. So, got a few months at home. Clemson's baseball team is terrible. They're in 15th place, I think, in the ACC. I don't know why you put yourself through that pain and misery, Nicholas, to watch that. The football team right now is hard enough to watch. Nicholas does. What's up, Nate? Hold on, I gotta go turn the air conditioner on. I'm sweating. All right, StreamYard is open. Sorry to hear that, Nicholas. Yeah. All right, let's get this shit show on the road here. I'm sure most people forgot I existed. This year has been crazy for me. I'm getting pulled in a million different directions constantly, it feels like. Good midday, sir. How you doing?
What's up, dude? First thing, how's the audio?
You sound all right so far.
Okay, good. I don't want to have a bad audio. Like sometimes when I come on here, I have a bad audio, you know?
Yeah, you sound all right now. Y'all can hear him, can't you?
If it goes bad, if it does go bad, just kick me off, okay?
Oh, I will. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, well, good to have you back on YouTube, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I'm sure most people forgot I even existed. I've been so hit or miss. Ever since January, it's just been a whirlwind of stuff, but nobody wants to hear about that. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, so did you go on vacation or something?
Well, it was spring break.
Go up to,
No, we didn't go. Well, I guess you could call it that. During spring break, we take our kids up to my wife's, my father-in-law's place in Virginia. He lives up in the mountains.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's where we went.
Well, I'm sure it was pretty up there. I'm sure you guys had a good time.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love Virginia. As far as the state, it's beautiful.
It's right off the Appalachian Trail. It's I don't know how far. It's really close to the West Virginia border. It's western. It's about as far west in Virginia as you can go without being in West Virginia.
Yeah, so you're up like straight up 26 type, like up that way.
No, we go. No. 77 goes into Virginia.
81?
Yeah, 77 to 81.
Yeah.
77 to 81 north, and that takes you into. It's right. It's between Salem and Roanoke.
Yeah, okay. All right. I know about where that's at, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I know Salem, I know Roanoke.
It's called Craig County. It's a huge county geographically, but there's not a lot of population there. The town that he lives in is called Newcastle, and I think the population of Newcastle itself is only a few hundred people.
Yeah.
Like they have one stoplight.
Is that coal country up there?
Mostly farms. I don't know if they have a coal mine up there or not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's mostly farm land.
Yeah, nice. Well, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad y'all got home safe. Glad you had a good time.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's relaxing.
I'm running to gravel today through Greenville. A guy ordered 200 loads of gravel, and then me and another guy took the 200 loads to him, and he needs 3 more loads to finish off the job. So, Eddie, you go get 3 loads of gravel to finish.
You're probably running.
Job.
You're probably running heavy this time of year, aren't you?
Oh man, wide open. We're hot today. It's that time of year, dude, where dump truck season is upon us. And got me another rig.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I don't know if you were on the VA show, the BBF or not.
No,
but,
unfortunately I
showed it
wasn't.
on there a little bit last night.
You got a new rig? Do you have somebody to drive it?
No, that's my problem. I keep buying trucks, but not drivers. They drivers. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't pass up a deal, you know? And this truck was a deal, and I've been looking for one for a while anyway.
So that's your... What do you got?
Into place because I've already made the investment in the equipment.
You got 4 trucks now?
Yep.
And how many people you got running them? Just you?
Well, right now just me full time, and I do have one guy that helps me part time. I had another guy that was working with me, and he passed away, unfortunately. He was kind of working, under the table. And he was a retired fella. And he unfortunately went to go see Jesus back at the end of the year. And he was a good guy. He would work anytime I needed him. So trying to find me at least some part-time help. And I had already said I'm not buying another truck till I get replace at least one more driver. But this truck came along and it was too good of a deal, so I said, I'm going to grab it while I can. I probably shouldn't have done it, but I couldn't say no. It was way too cheap.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, I guess.
I'm a degenerate dump truck owner.
Well, you got to find somebody to put their ass in that seat now. That's all.
That's exactly all I need is a couple of asses in seats, and I'll have it set. Even if I don't get all of them going, if I could get 3 of them going, you know, at least I'd like to have at least 2 full-time trucks and 1 part-time truck. If I could get that far, that would be a major accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because I'm still paying on 2 of them. There's 2 truck payments. I need those trucks running same time. You know, the truck I'm driving today is actually one of the ones paid for. So this truck doesn't have a payment. I could afford to let this truck sit still more than I can 2 of them.
Yeah.
But the problem is this truck's so small that it goes into really tight places. Sometimes customers request this truck just because it's somewhere really tight.
Yeah, that's what she said.
And so that's why I'm driving. Exactly. That's why I'm driving this one today. Because they wanted the baby truck.
Nicholas wants to know how my back is. It's about 90% better. Yeah.
How's the Peete movement going? Are you making any money with that?
I did this week.
Did you?
Yeah. He hadn't paid me yet, though.
Did you see about the guy that won $16K on the Michigan game that was one of Lou's call-in guys?
Oh, what? On a what game?
One of Lou's regular callers on the call-in show.
Yeah.
Somebody called in and said they had bet $4,000 on the Michigan and K-State game, and it was before the game, and the purse was $16,000. They won it.
Wow.
One of Lou's guys. I forgot the name.
I saw something this morning. This guy in I forget which. I think it might have been at Caesars. He made $1 million bet on Rory McIlroy on Friday to win the Masters at plus, I want to say it was like plus 160. And he won. And of course, Rory McIlroy won.
He won that.
Yeah, he won that. So he won $1.6 million.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, dude. I wish I could get that lucky one time.
Well, first of all, I don't care how much money you have. I can't imagine making a $1 million bet on sports, especially golf. But any sport, really.
Yeah, no shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
I mean, you lose that.
I guess I'm sort of right. Yeah, you lose that. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't gamble much. I guess I do gamble just in a different way. I'm not betting on games. I'm betting on dump trucks, you know. I'm kind of a degenerate gambler in a way myself.
Yeah, just a different type. That's right.
So, yeah, a different type of gambling. That's all it is. I'm sorry for the shaky. The phone mount's a little shaky. This road is rough.
No, that's fine.
But I'm a degenerate dump truck gambler, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
But I enjoy it. I enjoy doing the work.
but at least you can make money off that truck.
Really
That's,
like to,
you know, it's a long.
that's true. Yeah, I do make some money.
You're playing the long game.
And every time you hire a driver, you're taking a gamble there too.
Really, that's
You know, some drivers, they're like football players. They might be studs. They might be duds.
that's not really a gamble. It's more of an investment because I mean, even in the worst case scenario, you can just sell a truck and get your money back. Right? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. You could sell a truck. But right now, I feel like if I sell a truck, that to me, that's a huge loss.
yeah, but I'm saying in the worst case
'Cause I work
scenario,
really hard to-
at least you'll get your investment back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you get some of it back. You don't ever get all your money back out of these trucks. You get some of it. That's what happened to the guy that I bought the last truck from. He was in business for about 2 or 3 years, and he just couldn't make it, and he had done dropped out of the game, and he had the truck for sale forever at what he paid for it. Nobody was even looking at it. But he came down several times on it. He called me random and said, "Hey, do you want to buy my truck with this?" I said, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm ready to go do something else. I'm getting into real estate of all things."
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah, I feel like he's jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But
That's what it sounds like to me, too. Yeah, especially right now.
Yeah.
There's been 2 doors down from me, a house has been for sale for 4 months. This time last year,
Yeah.
these houses would sell in like a week or less. Right now, nobody's buying.
Oh, yeah, that's the way it was. Yeah, in Travelers Rest, where I live, 2 years ago, as soon as you put it on the market, it was gone.
Yeah.
3 years ago, every house that went up, even if it was a piece of shit, would just be gone. As soon as you see it posted, it would be gone. And right now, across the street from me, there's a machine shop that closed down. And I know the guy. I've been around there for a good while, and I'm good friends with the guy that owned it. He was 80 years old when he finally decided to retire and closed down the machine shop. And he's got that building. It's not officially on the market, but he's already told me he wanted to sell the building. I'm thinking about buying that building out. But he hasn't given me a solid number yet. And so I definitely would have to, have that one financed and that.
Yeah.
That building is probably around $520, $550 for that building.
Damn.
And I'm hoping I can wind up with that building, because that'd be a great place to have an office and a warehouse and, place to work on the trucks and doors like that. He's
Yeah.
already gutted the building. The machine shop's been sold out. All the lathes, drill presses, and equipment have already been sold. And he sold that stuff for pennies on the dollar, so maybe he'll cut me a deal on the building.
Yeah, but unless you pay cash for it, the interest rates are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I know.
Interest rates. And I haven't been in business for a little over a year, so I don't know what my interest rates would be on a business loan. But I'm sure they're probably not pretty.
All right, Scott, I'll be here. Yeah, I don't see the interest rates coming down anytime
Hi,
soon.
Scott. Yeah, I know. It's a little sketchy because if I don't buy it, somebody will. It won't sit on the market long if he puts it up there.
Well, good luck. Right now, you're storing everything at your house?
Yeah, pretty much at my house. I've actually got one of my trucks parked over there at that place because he lets me park over there. One of my other neighbors across the street lets me park at their place. They run like an embroidery shop, and I got one in my driveway, and actually BA's dump truck is in the shop right now getting a brake job done. And then I parked this one over at the machine shop, and then the other one's over there. Well, when it comes back from the brake shop, it'll be over there at the embroidery place. See, my street's weird. On one side of the street, you have houses. The other side of the street's businesses. And I kind of help a lot of people cut their grass on the street, stuff like that. Keep the yards cleaned up in the summer and winter. And I'm not saying I'm earning favors. We're all friendly to each other on that street.
Yeah.
And we kind of look out for each other,
Yeah, you can't do that where I
I
live.
got 50 acres of land down in Cross Anchor I can park, but it's an hour away from the house.
Hold on, you got 50 acres of land somewhere?
Yeah, down at Cross Anchor, I got 50 acres of land I bought right after I got out of the Army in '92.
Oh, damn. You had it that long?
That's where my Volkswagen. I've had it forever, dude. I bought that land right after I got out of the service.
God damn. I bet you it's worth 10 times. It's probably worth 10 times what you paid for it.
I got that land so cheap back then, it's stupid to even talk about. I paid $700 an acre for that land.
What?
$700 an acre back in '92.
That's great. What's it worth now?
It's right across the river for. Well, right now I'm paying taxes on like $4,500 an acre. But it's right across the river from the prison. There's a state prison down there, right on the backside of my land. So that's one of the reasons it's so cheap, because you can't really build like a subdivision down there. It was my original shop, my Volkswagen shop. My first shop was down there. I still have a junkyard down there with Volkswagens in it. And sooner or later, I'm going to send all them Volkswagens to the crusher or sell them online or something, get rid of them. And then I'm going to do something with the land, probably sell off some of it and then build me a house down there.
Oh, okay.
But right now, it's an hour away from where I live, so it ain't feasible to put the dump trucks down there, you know.
Yeah.
I could probably sell the whole thing and just buy that building across the street and then some, but I don't want to do that.
Well?
No, I'm not that in love with that building, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it, I'd like to have it, but I don't need it.
Well, the land's a better investment anyway.
Oh yeah, the land ain't going nowhere. The one thing about it, nobody's picking it up, taking off with it.
Yeah, you can't make more of that.
And when I bought that land, it was mostly just a field. It was just pretty much a field, you know, where it used to be a house and a shop. And now it's all pine trees, like pine forest nowadays.
Well, you can sell the lumber.
I got some of the pine trees grow. Yeah, I could sell the lumber, the timber. I got Volkswagens with trees growing through them and shit.
Damn.
It's wild. Yeah. There was a guy who came down from Chicago and bought a car from me about 10 or 12 years ago. Had a big pine tree growing up right through the bumper. And then he bought the car from me, had it shipped back to Chicago, restored it, left the chunk of pine knot that was in the bumper still in there. Left it in there like that.
You tell him that part was free?
Yeah. You can. I told him you can have the car, but you got to buy the pine tree.
Yeah.
Car's free, but you gotta pay me, $3,000 for the pine tree. When I used to play music, sometimes we would tell people that the bar owners and stuff, hey, we play music for free. You're just paying us for loading up and unloading equipment.
Yeah, Bulldog JC says
play music.
Sell the parts from the Volkswagen instead of selling the cars. Just sell parts off of them. That seems like more of a hassle, though.
Well, that's what I did that for 20 years. I sold Volkswagen parts, you know. So I'm done with that. I'm hell 25 years. I had a big VW shop for years and years, and that's what I did. So I'm done with that.
Well, it'd be one thing if you lived there, but it's an hour away. If somebody wants to come get a fender or something, you got to drive an hour, and they might not even take it. You know?
Yeah. So what I used to do is I'd pull the cars out of the junkyard, and at one time I had like 400. And I would pull the cars out.
400?
And take all the parts out.
You had 400 Volkswagens there?
eBay. Yeah, something like that. I still got
Damn.
probably 100 down there. There's a bunch of Volkswagens down there. Give me a 20-ton on the crusher run, please, sir.
Oh, look, he's at the spot now. Here, hold on.
Yeah, I'm at the forward getting gravel. $20 tons.
There you go.
Hang on, I'll get you a better view in just a minute as soon as I get loaded here. How's the weather down there in Charleston, buddy?
Oh, hot and dry.
Yeah, it's we're like in a drought up here.
Yeah, same here. We need rain bad.
Yeah. Is
That's
that in your way, that like post where the windshield is? That
I don't know what there's
trying to
something.
adjust the phone where you don't.
Yeah, it's kind of the windshield, whatever that is. That's fine.
There's a post in the middle right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you gotta do is sit there and wait.
He's putting this. He puts 2 scoops on you. Each scoop is 10 tons.
Oh, is he doing it right now?
Yeah, he's loading the truck. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. I'll be back for more.
You
Yeah,
already-
he puts 2 scoops. 1 scoop is 10 tons.
He already did it?
So basically, yeah, he already did it.
Damn, that was fast as hell.
Yeah, you see that truck down there?
Yeah, I see it.
That's
Yeah, I
what
see
they're
it.
doing.
Damn, they got
You
a
see
good.
that truck off in the distance?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, so they're putting 2 scoops on every truck.
Yeah.
Each scoop is about 10 tons.
What'd you say you got? Crush and
go
run?
up to the scale house and call in.
Is that crush and run you got? You said?
I have crush. Yeah, crush and run is what I'm taking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me go get on the scale. I'll have to call in, so I apologize for that.
All right.
You have to go up here to the scale, jump on the scale, and then call in.
A day in the life of Millis
Hopefully I'm
Vanillas.
not overweight. Sometimes. Yeah, that's it. Day in the life of Millis Vanillas.
Harry Legg says he needs a load of that at his lake house.
Well, bring it on.
Yeah, where's your lake house at? Probably not anywhere near Millis.
Probably not. It's 120 an hour. So I'll bring him all he wants.
You hear that? 120 an hour.
Yep. Plus, you got to buy the gravel too.
Where? I don't even know where.
Gravel.
Do you know where Lake Sinclair is?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me either.
42074. I got crush and run. Charge it to H&H Concrete for the old Pendleton job. All right, we're good.
No, I was out of town.
We get up here and get my ticket. I'll tell you how many tons I wound up with. I have to pull up here and get my ticket out of the box. Give me 1 second, Pete.
All right. Oh, I figured it was in Georgia somewhere. I know where Lake Oconee is.
We got 19.72 tons
That's almost,
in 2 scoops.
yeah, that was pretty close to 20.
Yeah, they have scales on the loader. When they take that loader and load it, it knows how much weight they're putting in.
So how many runs are you going to make today? This is,
My delivery. Today only 3. Last week I did this job. I hired a second truck and I couldn't find a driver. So I had to actually hire another truck to help me with it last week. And we ran 3 days, both of us. And we ran about 15 loads of meat over 2 days last week. And today I've only got 3 loads and they'll be finished.
is
So
this,
3 loads today finishes up on this job.
is this your first load?
Yes, this is the first one for today.
All right.
and they're putting in a self-storage place, like a mini warehouse. So this is going to be the pad for the mini warehouse place.
Well, what's up, Tom? Is anyone
7 miles up here?
Post any spicy memes on True Social over the weekend? I'm not on True Social, so I don't know.
Is that the Donald Trump one?
Yeah. I'm not on. I mean, the only thing I'm on is X. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Truth Social. I'm not on Rumble. But you don't have to be on all those because people share stuff from all those things and put them on X. So you kind of get everything in one spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got my trucks in the 2027 Mack Truck Calendar Contest, dude, and I'm a finalist.
You did what now? You got a calendar.
So, yeah, Mack Trucks had a calendar contest for the 2027 calendar. Get your truck picture in the calendar.
Yeah.
So, just for the hell of it, I submitted a couple of pictures of my truck, you know. And then they emailed me about the end of March and said, hey, you're a finalist. And they gave me a link to share and for people to vote on my truck for the calendar. So I made a short video about it, and I put the link to the thing in the short, in the description. So everybody go vote for my truck. Pretty pleased.
I mean, how many people are
get on the calendar?
How many people are buying dump truck calendars?
Well, they're free. They give them out at the dealership. You don't have to buy them.
I mean, I could see like, you know, bikini calendar or whatever.
Nobody has to buy them.
Dump truck calendar.
Well, so these are the calendars that they give out to all the mechanic shops and, you know, companies. They're free calendars. You don't have to buy them. You just go to the Mac dealer and get them, or if you have a shop, they just bring them to you.
Yes, he's hiring. Austin wants to know if you're hiring. Yes, he's looking for.
Hiring.
Yes, he's hiring. You have to have a CDL and pass a drug test.
Pass a drug test. Main thing.
Yeah, and a CDL, right? I mean, you can't.
CDL, clean driving record, drug test. Those three things. Anything else we can work out.
What about a criminal record?
Don't give a shit.
Well, at all?
You don't have any you don't want any current warrants, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not going to hire anybody who's a pedophile, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to hire, like, somebody convicted of thievery. But if you got, like, you know, old drug charges and shit like that, I don't care. As long as you can pass a current drug test.
Right.
I don't care about your past. Yeah, if you stole somebody's dump truck, got convicted, yeah, I'm not hiring you. But other than just a few things, I'm pretty lenient.
Well, he says he doesn't have a CDL. You got to go get one if you're going to drive a dump truck.
Well, you got to not only have a CDL, my insurance requires a minimum of 3 years experience.
No, damn.
Driving experience. They won't hire a new driver. Yeah. Because I get a lot of phone calls and stuff from people who are fresh out of driving school that want to come drive for me.
How does somebody who's...
It sucks because I'd love to hire them.
Yeah, but how does somebody who just got their CDL get a job if everybody's requiring experience?
Well, some companies will hire guys or gals who are fresh out of school.
Oh, just not
you.
you.
Go to CDL school, they automatically... That's automatically counted as 6 months experience, just having school. But some companies are capable of hiring drivers with a 6 month experience. But my insurance company won't have it. They require at least 3 years.
Hmm.
And other companies, usually larger companies like Schneider, Swift, J.B. Hunt, Walmart can hire drivers fresh out of school. And a lot of times when you go to CDL school, the CDL school has job placement. They pretty much already have your job for you when you graduate from school. Not every time, but oftentimes.
Right.
And me being just a small fish in the pond, I don't have that liberty. I would love to hire drivers straight out of school because I like to be able to teach someone something.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather hire a new guy than hire an old fart, honestly.
Yeah, because you could teach them how to do it your way.
You can teach them how it's done, and not only that, they're usually healthier.
Right.
The old dinosaurs like me are pretty much almost done.
Right.
As far as physical, you got to pass this physical every 2 years. Me, I have to do the physical every year because I have diabetes.
Yeah. How in the hell do you pass a physical? It must be pretty low standard.
Well, no, actually, it's self-improvement. I have to improve myself in order to pass that physical. The older you get, the harder it is to pass it. The physical is not a low standard. It's actually a high standard. So I have to take insulin and have to watch what I eat. I have to take care of myself so I can pass the physical.
Bill,
That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to be able to get into it. Go ahead.
Let's be honest. There are guys that are 600 pounds that pass that physical. That's not a high standard by any stretch of the
I know.
imagination.
Well, I don't know how the hell they do it. They must know somebody. I mean,
I think the physical it pretty much consists of is this guy dying or is he still alive? If it's still alive,
Yeah,
you pass.
I can tell you this: they get stricter and stricter with it every year. It's harder and harder every year. And you're right, Slim. There's some guys that don't need to be driving that are driving because they're in already physical condition, and they probably know somebody, or they go to some, small town doctor and just get the physical. I don't know how they're doing it because there's a lot of guys out here driving that probably ain't in physical condition for it. They get the physicals every year. So you're right.
LW says he's a waterbed salesman, and they require a physical. Oh.
Here's my
I
job site
think
up
you
here,
have to
y'all.
pass a physical to own a water bill.
I didn't think people still slept on water beds anymore.
Well, it's not a good idea, which I think is why they require a physical to own one now.
Yeah. The first house we
Here's
bought.
where we're going.
The first house we bought, the guy left his furniture in there because we were like 22 years old. He sold us the house with the furniture in it. Well, he had a water bed. And eventually that thing sprung a leak one night. Talk about a nightmare. Because,
Eventually. So you used it for a while.
a couple of months, I think.
Yeah.
And it started leaking. And now there's no real easy way. Because, I mean, it was I think it was a queen size bed. Do you know how much a queen size water bed weighs whenever it's full of water?
Pretty damn heavy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it ain't light.
It took like me and like 3 of my
Way
buddies
more
to
than a
drag
queen.
that thing outside. Yeah. Thing weighed like 1,000 pounds, man.
I haven't had to work 5 days in a row in a while. That sucks.
Is that what you did this week?
Yeah, because we swap rotations every 3 months, or we swap shifts, I should say. And just the way it fell, my weekends off have now switched. So I ended up working 5 days straight.
That sucks.
apparently somebody last night really did not want, or I say last night, yesterday afternoon, because it was lunch, really did not want his beans and cornbread.
Really?
Because I was feeding lunch and he just swung at me.
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
Oh,
really,
no.
dude, what the fuck are you doing?
What kind of beans was it, Slim?
Pinto beans, I think.
Oh, maybe he was mad at pinto beans.
I guess he didn't want his cornbread either because he didn't get it.
You know, I watched some of them body cam videos, man. I cannot do what you do, bro.
I've told him that 100 times. There's no way I could do that.
There
Hell
are
no.
days
I would lose my shit.
Well, and that's one, like, if you know better, if you're just being an asshole, I'm going to fuck you up for it. But this dude is off.
What do you mean by off?
Yeah.
He's more than a little slow.
So he's got like a mental
Yeah.
thing. Like a
Unfortunately, it's so hard to get them in there, and space is so limited that a lot of them end up sitting in jail.
yeah. Yeah, it's sad. Well, I mean, what do you do? What do you do with people like that? There's nothing you can do, I guess.
We just got to deal with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well, what did he do to be in there?
Oh, he's got a couple charges. The only one I remember off the top of my head is domestic assault.
Oh.
But I mean, we straight up had a guy with Down syndrome in there for a domestic assault. I mean, he literally beat the fuck out of his dad. But he's got Down
Oh,
syndrome.
man.
Look, his dad burnt the macaroni and cheese, man. I don't blame him.
I guess. Well, I mean, I'm not doing that because, you know, my wife kicked my ass, so she can burn all the macaroni and cheese she wants.
Don't burn the mac and cheese.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't get. He didn't get his Capri Sun. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Well, one thing you know for sure is he doesn't like cornbread and beans. So.
No, he doesn't like cornbread and beans, and I guess doesn't like me anymore.
You know what? If you brought me cornbread and beans, I'd probably try to punch you too.
That's fucked up, man.
I don't-
mean,
Shit, I like
I've
me
had-
some cornbread and beans, man. Come on.
I don't like cornbread. I do like beans. I don't like cornbread though.
Well, hell, fire.
who doesn't like
Cornbread and
cornbread?
beans.
I know. I've been told I'm a fake Southerner because I don't like cornbread.
Fuck. Now I'm worried about you, Pete.
Now, if it was the day before, I can understand it because that was chili dog day, and it's kind of a stretch to call that chili. But that one I can understand. Like, I wouldn't eat that shit neither.
Oh, jail chili? I don't know about that either. Maybe I just had bad cornbread. I've tasted all kinds of cornbread from all kinds of places, and I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Man, I miss my mama's cornbread. My mama made some good ass cornbread. Buttermilk cornbread. Man, I miss that cornbread. I can't make cornbread for shit. I've tried so many times to make cornbread and it just fails.
Maybe if I ate it growing up, because here's the thing. Even though I grew up in the South, my parents were not from the South. So they didn't make cornbread.
I'm with
Yeah.
you, Pete. I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of cornbread either, Pete. I don't know.
What?
The texture of it, all that.
I don't
Give me some biscuits. Give me
Yeah.
some biscuits and gravy.
There you go. Biscuits and gravy. There you go. But I don't, it's
Come
not.
on,
It's
man.
not. It's not the texture for me. It's the taste.
Yeah, it's a
But-
taste too. Yeah, texture, taste, all that.
Oh, I love grits.
I mean, all of us have our quirks though. 'Cause I mean, I'm from the South. I don't drink tea.
See, that's crazy. That's even worse than the cornbread. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that is. If you don't drink
I
sweet
don't
tea, you're a communist.
Well, I don't drink
Yeah.
sweet tea. Well, I love sweet tea. I don't drink it because I don't want the sugar. I drink just regular tea.
Well, and this, according to my mom,
Feel
I
about
had
the
like,
boiled
some really,
peanut.
I had some really bad instant tea as a kid, and I just haven't liked it since.
Yeah, I love tea.
What about
It's
the
always a
boiled
childhood
peanut? You
memory
like
that
that?
does it for you.
I like all Southern food. I just don't like cornbread. I don't know.
I don't like
So you
hush
don't like
puppies.
all Southern food.
You eat boiled peanut? You like boiled peanut?
Oh, I love boiled peanuts.
Boiled
I could eat 10 pounds
I
of
like
boiled
boiled
peanuts.
peanuts, yeah.
Once I start eating them, I can't stop. It's like crack.
Yeah, me too. I gotta eat till they're gone.
Yeah.
I can't not eat them. Once I start, I gotta finish.
Eat them till your
Yeah,
feet swell
you're
up.
Right. I think. No shit, yeah. And I eat them Cajun ones till my mouth burns, and I still eat them. The Cajun.
Oh, listen to what I did. Listen to this. So you guys know how I've been talking about doing a fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did one.
I
do one every
How many
day.
days?
That worked
So
out.
my goal was 72 hours. That's 3 days.
Yeah.
I made it 56 hours, I think. So well, let's figure it out.
Close though. Close.
And did you eat a big old cheeseburger after that?
No, so here's the thing. So first of all week last week I was in Virginia, and normally I'm pretty good about eating, right? I don't eat a lot of junk. I don't eat a lot of sugar, anything like that. But this whole week I just went ham. I was eating all day. I was eating anything and everything I could see. I just went totally off the rails. So then on Friday morning,
Yeah.
this past Friday morning, I ate 2 eggs for breakfast, and then we were getting the car to drive home. And I didn't eat again. So I ate Friday morning, 2 eggs. I didn't eat again till last night for dinner. So that's, what is that? So Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning. That's 48 hours, and then another 12. So what is that?
48, 58, 60.
Yeah,
hours.
it's somewhere around 60 hours.
Did you lose weight?
No, that's not the point. I wasn't trying to lose weight.
What was the point?
Trying to be a Buddhist?
No, it's good for you. But I'll tell you, the worst part is hours between 24 hours and 36 hours.
Yeah. Listen, I have a friend, and he used to play hockey. You know, he played in a lot of the minor league hockey teams, but he has all these health kicks. And he told me about him doing, he said, yeah, I was going to do only 48 hours. And he said, no, I can do more. And he said he went 72 hours with it. And he said he really didn't, it wasn't that bad of a...
It wasn't that
big of a
bad. I
problem.
mean, after about 24 hours, I got really hungry, right?
Yeah.
And I just pushed through
Yeah.
it. And then after about 36 hours, I wasn't hungry anymore. And then last night, my wife was making some fajitas, and I was sitting in the living room. She was making it in the kitchen. I could smell it, and I was like, oh, God damn it.
Oh no,
Right.
smell it. Yeah, smell it. The hard part.
I was like, I got to eat at least one.
Well, there was some guy that had a diet
I
where
like
you could smell food, but you couldn't eat it. Like if you wanted the smell of a hamburger, you could smell it all you wanted and just take that in, and supposedly your body would say, oh yeah, I just had a hamburger. No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
See, I don't ever want popcorn until I smell popcorn. As soon as I smell popcorn, I want some.
Yeah.
Other than that, I never make popcorn unless I smell it.
So,
Every
but
time I go to like Ace Hardware and they're making that popcorn, I have to grab me a bag of it.
so now that I've done it, I'm going to do it again. Now, hold on. I did cheat. I technically cheated. I don't think it's cheating. Mrs. Peete told me it is cheating.
What?
You're not supposed to have anything other than water, coffee, or tea during that time, right? Unsweet tea, so no sugar. I did have a glass of wine on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's not cheating.
I mean, technically it is.
Well, it kind of is because it's sugar and wine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's not cheating.
But
I do something similar all the time. Like I've actually done this for going on a year and a half now. I'll only eat during an 8-hour period of the day.
yeah, that's intermittent fasting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I won't eat again for 16 hours.
Yeah, intermittent fasting. In fact,
Yeah, I don't ever.
that. Yeah,
I do the same thing, Slim. I don't eat after 7 p.m. If I'm not eating dinner by 7 p.m., I'm just not going to eat dinner. I don't like to eat after 7.
I mean,
if you stuck
because I usually go to bed around 8 or 9.
Pete, didn't you used to do an intermittent fasting and you only ate between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6 p.m.? Is that right?
no, between 4. Well, for me, it was between 4 and 8.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
4, 8, what was that?
4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Oh, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll eat between 10 in the morning and 6 at night, and that's it.
Well, if I can stick to eating only between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., I will lose weight. I've lost weight doing it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on weekends, we Grubhub and we get what we want. I mean, last night I made spare ribs in the oven and they turned out really good, but that's all we had was ribs and corn. And I had potato salad, but we didn't touch it.
Typically, and not every day is the same, but most days I'll eat 2 eggs around lunchtime. I usually eat hard-boiled eggs, and then I'll have dinner around 7 or 8, and that's it. I don't eat breakfast unless I'm. Yeah. Sometimes on the weekends we'll go out and get breakfast, but like during the week I don't eat breakfast. Oh.
No, I don't eat breakfast at all. No. And what I eat for lunch, I might just open up a can of chicken noodle soup and eat that, and that's it. I've been on a kick on apples, already sliced and cut apples. I love that. Hey, I want to tell y'all something that I just discovered. You were showing me those goofy duck races before. There is a guy, maybe you've heard about him. There's a guy, and it's called Drain Cleaning Australia. Have you ever watched any of his videos?
I have never heard about it. That sounds disgusting.
No.
Yeah, well, it is disgusting, but this guy's the guy that does it. He's like the Steve Irwin of drain cleaning. He gets so into it, man. He's like going, I got a ripper here, and he's got this real dramatic music going as he's trying to plunge a drain open, and he goes through the whole thing. This was the hardest one I've ever done. It's almost like Steve Irwin embodies him in talking about drain cleaning.
You just imagine all the nasty shit that goes down drains. God damn.
It's hysterical. So
you want to talk about nasty shit? At one point, I worked for a company. We pumped out septic tanks.
Oh no!
Yeah, I won't be watching that.
I hope that paid good.
I thought you were going to tell us a shitty story there, Slim.
No, it didn't pay good, Millis.
What's it? It was shitty? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It was a shitty job with shitty pay.
Now you're back at now you're back at the quarry again.
Yep, back at the quarry, picking up number 2.
Hell, sometimes my job now is shitty. We got an asshole that comes in on a regular basis. And even though he's disabled, I'm gonna call him an asshole because he likes to sling his colostomy bag around.
Oh no!
Oh, you told me about this guy. You mentioned him before.
Yeah.
So where does he keep? What does he keep? Getting in for?
Usually trespassing, public intoxication, does dumb shit when he's drunk.
Okay.
So this is Otis.
You get a lot of shoplifters
with a colostomy bag.
We really don't get, honestly, the charge that we get the most, at least that I've noticed, is either domestics or driving on a revoked license.
What if you just cut his colostomy bag open and poured it on his head?
Yeah.
You get fired for that, probably?
074, same thing. This one's a little lighter.
That's what she said.
We had We had one that just recently got out. I swear to God, I don't know. Like, he was in there for arson, stealing a car.
Damn,
a
arson.
couple other things.
Arson, stealing a car.
But
Shouldn't you be in prison for that instead of just jail?
it depends. Unfortunately, no, because there are people that believe the prisons are overcrowded. You wouldn't believe some of the fucked up things. Like, I'm not even going to mention dude's name because it doesn't need to be. But dude was serving weekends for rape.
In jail?
What?
Yes.
He was
He would come in Friday night and he would get out Sunday night.
So what was he doing? So what was
Like
he doing?
Otis
So
Campbell.
what was he doing Monday through Thursday?
No, Otis Campbell. Right, Mel.
What was
Yeah.
he doing Monday through Thursday?
raping people.
But yeah, apparently. I mean, going to work or fucking whatever. We had a guy that got weekends.
Is your facility?
Weekend jail. Huh?
We had a guy that got weekends for electronic exploitation of a minor.
What does that mean?
Only weekends
Wow.
for something
Oh, no.
like that? Why are they not burying them in prison?
Yeah, I think you know what that means.
I don't know what electronic exploitation means. What is that?
That's like online stuff. Electronic got to be online.
Oh.
Showing pornography to a minor? Is that what it is? Kind of, sort of?
Yeah,
pretty much.
probably something like that.
That's
Are you
horrible.
Slim? Is your facility public or are you privatized or what? At your place?
I work for the county. I'm technically a deputy sheriff.
Okay. So it's public because a lot of the prison centers are going privateers nowadays. I
Yeah,
don't know if yours was or
Yeah,
not.
for
That
profit.
depends on where you are. Like, there's 2 private prisons in Tennessee. The rest of them are run by the state.
Okay, I didn't know because there's a lot of that going on in South Carolina. Just about all the state prisons are privatized now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for profit.
The one down there where my land is actually still a state facility, but they're talking about making it private. You know.
Yeah, there's one that's about 15 miles from my house. It's private.
Pete, have you noticed how many people are running for governor?
I have it. How many are?
You
Oh
got
my God.
you got Rick Jackson and Burt Jones. Yeah.
Rick Jackson and Burt Jones. I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
South
Georgia.
Carolina is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 candidates, I believe. Okay, Nancy Mason's running for.
That
Go ahead, Slim. I mean,
one lady who's running for governor, she's from one lady, I can't remember her name. She's running for governor. She's from Travelers Rest, where I'm at.
Yeah.
Her husband bought a bunch of bumps off of it Saturday. I took him to Portland for bumps on Saturday. Pamela something.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a Democratic candidate or not, available there. But I've seen all the Republican candidates advertising, and then there's one guy running against Lindsey Graham. What? You gonna say, Slim?
Yeah, who's the guy running against Lindsey Graham? I'll vote for him.
Name is Mark Lynch.
I don't even have to read his policies.
But supposedly Mark Lynch believes in legalized cocaine and marijuana.
Oh, I'm definitely voting for him then.
And in fact, that's what Lindsey Graham is saying against him. I'm thinking, really? Well, let's see about this. But the only dumb thing about Mark Lynch's ad is that, I'm gonna listen to your phone calls. Any phone call, I'm gonna take your phone call. And and then he says, at the end he says, I look forward to your call. Nowhere in the commercial is there a phone number.
I don't care about any of that. I've seen 20 years of Lindsey Graham. Let me ask you a question. What has Lindsey Graham done for the state of South Carolina? Nothing.
Nothing.
He's over in Israel every fucking
Not a
week.
damn thing.
Well, this catching him at Disney World with a wand is just we all know the rumors, But that
The rumors
certainly shows there's a 5-pound bag of Dixie Crystal sugar
Listen.
in each of his loafers.
if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, I mean,
yeah.
I posted on it. I think I posted on X.
That's where the disconnect is for me. Like, I'm the exact opposite. I'm not looking for a politician to do a fucking thing for me. I'm looking for him to leave me the hell alone.
Well,
Exactly. Amen. Just leave me alone.
Let me see if I can-
That's something they can do for you is leave you alone. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the only thing I'm looking for you to do.
Lindsey Graham, all he cares about is foreign affairs. He doesn't care about the state of South Carolina at all.
Nope.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I've called his office before, and they were just crappy to me. I mean, I was like, okay, well, you'll never get my vote again, ever. I don't think he's ever gotten my vote.
Right?
I've never met a.
I voted against. I voted for what's his name, Thomas Ravenel. Voted for him. That drunk.
Right. Well, how does he keep winning then?
Because he's got a treasure trove of money to spend. Because I mean, he's entrenched in politics. That's the reason why. I mean, look, they spent nearly
Just like
half
Sean Thurman was.
They spent they had an opposing candidate who then became some Democratic part of the Democratic Party, African American man. And I don't think he even lived in South Carolina, but had him running, and they spent like almost $300 or $400 million against.
I thought you had to live in the state.
That's what I thought too. But this guy, I don't know.
Live in the state. I think.
Well, if you own a residence in the state, then you technically live in the state.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's probably what he did. But, I mean, they threw a lot of money towards him, and Lindsey won, but he barely won in that election.
I've never met a South Carolinian that
Becoming
likes
the next,
Lindsey Graham.
Strom Thurmond.
I don't know how he keeps getting elected.
Trying to be Strom Thurmond Jr.
Well, he needs to be a racist.
Or Jesse Helms. Well, Jesse Helms was in North Carolina forever. Strom Thurmond, South Carolina. Entrenched, like you said, Scott.
Yeah, he is. I mean, yeah, and
There's a oil change.
yeah, I have no idea if there is a Democratic candidate running against him this year.
There's got to be at least one.
Yeah, I would think one.
I mean, you would think, but like my boss is, it's an election year for the sheriff. My boss is running unopposed.
Oh.
Who just got to think the Republicans will send up for the next president race? Who do you think they'll send up?
I don't know. Probably Vance.
They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Either Vance or DeSantis, probably.
I think J.D. Vance can win. Can either one of them guys win it, though? I don't know.
Depends on.
I don't know. He might not. He might not have to.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
I mean, J.D. Vance might not have to be elected to become president, but.
Oh, well, I see what you're saying.
Oh, you're talking about the impeachment thing.
Yeah, either that or the 25th Amendment. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still good.
We've seen 2 presidents impeached in my lifetime, and neither one of them left office until their term was
Either
up.
way, there's still going to be an election next
No.
cycle.
Neither one of them.
It won't matter who they send up there. Yeah, it doesn't
In
matter.
fact,
You're right.
wasn't Trump impeached in his first term and then ran again?
No, Clinton was.
Yeah, Clinton
Yeah,
was.
no, Clinton was impeached in his second term.
Yeah.
It was Clinton, and then
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
Andrew Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, and
No,
Andrew
Slim
Johnson.
said in
That was
his
back in
lifetime.
like
He's 35.
the 1860s. Yeah.
So I know Bill Clinton. Who was the other one, Clinton, that got impeached in your lifetime?
Andrew Johnson.
Trump was impeached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said Trump was impeached and then wound up being president again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when he was president before, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So he was impeached the first time he was president.
Yeah, he was impeached.
Became president
He was
again.
He was impeached twice. Yeah.
No, he hasn't been. He hasn't been impeached twice.
Yeah, he was twice. Yeah. Yeah, he got impeached after over the January 6th stuff. Yeah.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Hold on now. How do you get impeached?
Also got
Russiagate.
impeached before too, something to do with Russia.
Russiagate.
Ukraine.
Yeah, but the January 6th thing, he was already out of office.
Okay.
Well, no,
I don't think he was
not
impeached
yet.
for that.
He wasn't out of office yet. He still had
like a
he
month,
still
2
had,
months.
had like a week left on his term. Yeah.
Well, he's
They
not
had
like Eric
impeached him with
Swalwell,
1
at
week
least.
left on his term. Yeah.
Well, either way, you're proving my point even more that impeaching a president is fucking pointless.
Yeah, there's a difference between impeaching him and removing him from office. Right. That would take the 25th Amendment.
Well, no, to actually remove him from office, they almost did it to Nixon. He would have to be.
Right. They did to Nixon.
He would have to be charged.
But he quit
The House impeaches him, and then they have to be charged in the Senate.
in the Senate.
And none of them have ever been charged in the Senate.
Yeah.
Well, they were going to impeach
Nixon
Nixon,
quit.
and Gerald Ford pardoned him, is what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Nixon also resigned before they could too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now they were actually talking about prosecuting Nixon for the whole Watergate thing, which
Right. Ford pardoned him. Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I mean, that's kind of. Let's be honest. What Nixon did is really child's play compared to politics today.
Yeah, it truly is.
Yeah. Them's facts.
Yeah, he kind of got screwed over a little bit.
Did he got screwed over? How?
Well,
Or did he? Or did he screw himself over?
a combination of both.
I mean, you think they weren't trying to get dirt on Nixon the same way he was trying to get dirt on other people?
Exactly.
Right, they were. Yeah.
Policy-wise, in my opinion, Nixon did a fine job, except for the whole.
Oh yeah, Nixon opened up China, and conversation with China.
China.
Well,
We
I
have done in
think
pages.
that turned out to be one of his biggest mistakes, in my opinion. But
Why was that a mistake?
I'm sure those motherfuckers aren't a problem.
What's that?
I said China's not a problem.
Well, China's always been going to be a problem. We should still actually have a conversation with them, don't you think?
No.
So you just said we should just Cold War it with China.
Well, China would still be a problem. China would still be a problem, but
Yeah, whether we talk to them or not.
yeah.
Yeah, I think not talking to them would be worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it wouldn't now, but at Nixon's time, no.
Well, again, Nixon was the first president to actually have conversations with China. They had not been talked to in years. Partly because of
And it
Nazi
should have
time.
stayed
Yeah,
that
they
way.
considered.
Well,
Yeah, they
it did, well,
considered
partly because of Nazi
Taiwan.
time, yeah.
Yeah, they considered Taiwan to be China. Yeah.
It's a good thing that Nixon didn't have Jared Kushner negotiating for him.
Well, good thing they didn't have Slim
we
Shady
we actually-
negotiating either.
Yeah, we actually only recognize Taiwan as China.
How did we
All
get
right,
on
number
this?
two going around. Gotta go get one more.
You have to figure, Scott, the situation was very different then. We didn't rely on China then like we do now.
Well, true.
Hey, it's I just noticed what time it is. We were supposed to close the strait at 10 o'clock this morning. Did they close it?
I don't know. I don't know.
So I don't get it. So Iran won't open the strait. So now we're gonna blockade the strait.
Yeah. So the strait was open. They closed it, and now we're going to close it again.
Yeah, I thought it was because they couldn't find all the mines that they deployed.
Well, it's a good thing for the
They
United
lost a
States
bunch of them.
in a short term because all of those ships are going to the Gulf of America and to every port we have to distribute oil. Now, that's short term. That's not a long term thing.
Sorry, guys, I got to jump off of here. Y'all have a good day. I'm sorry. I got a call I got to answer.
All right. See you later, Mills. Yeah, we've had ships coming in getting oil from the Gulf for 40 years. That's nothing.
I mean, they're really coming in. They're not all going.
Okay.
They're just turning away from the Strait of Hormuz and coming to America, going through the Horn of Africa and coming to America to get oil.
Okay.
So we can expect the oil
Yes,
prices to
it's
go
a
down then,
short
right?
term. This will be short term. It won't be long term, but it will be profitable for us, nevertheless.
Oh.
Well, I thought the strait that the ships going through the Strait of Hormuz. I thought they're mostly taking oil out of Iran and Saudi Arabia.
They are.
They are, but I tell you what's going to happen is we're going to put a stranglehold on the Hormuz, and that's billions of dollars lost to Iran.
Yeah.
They can only do this for so long.
And that'll also make
And they
our.
know that.
We'll be at $5 gas before you know it,
It could be.
or more.
Which, once again, wouldn't be a problem, but for some reason, he's forgotten all about his kick on being energy independent. I don't get it.
No, he hasn't. No, that's not true. I mean, we're drilling more than we've ever drilled in our lifetime right now. So, no, that's not the case.
Yeah, and we're still not energy
I
independent.
already said we're energy independent.
No, listen.
We don't rely. Listen, we don't
Guys,
rely on the oil.
hold on.
Let me finish.
No, because what you're saying makes absolutely zero sense. I've been in that industry before.
Finish, though, Slim. We're not at the behest of Iranian oil. China and Russia are. We are energy independent.
We're not. It's a global market.
Russia
No,
has
Scott,
their
we're
own
not.
oil.
Because you know what we do, unfortunately, is we drill all that fucking oil and then stick it in a fucking cave in Colorado.
Huh? What?
What? What are
Why?
you talking about?
Kate, what cave?
No, I mean,
They
look,
sit, Scott, I've been in that industry, man. They sit on it.
Why?
They sit on the oil for what? You talking about the surplus of our oil?
Yeah, that's what they do with at least 75% of the oil drilled in America.
Why?
It's sat on.
Why is it sat on?
Well, why are they
So we have our own. So we have our own surplus when shit hits the fan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, then we'll use our own surplus soon, if that's the case to be.
Yeah,
But what I'm trying to say is that we're not dependent upon Iranian oil at all.
We're not.
Period.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. We're telling
Iran,
you
Saudi
we're
Arabia,
dependent
the whole
upon
Middle East.
the 20% of the oil that comes out of there. That 20% is going to China and Russia and all the European, Western European states did not agree with us in the whole UN thing. And by God, I hope and pray that we pull out of NATO. We are done with NATO. NATO showed their ass to us in this whole Iranian affair.
No, they didn't. They showed their ass to Trump.
Well, Trump or whoever, they showed their ass to the United States. Since Trump represents the United States, they showed their ass to the U.S. So forget them. All those air bases, all those bases we have around, we'll close those up.
Good. I hope they do.
Yeah, I
Should have done that a long time ago.
I've always been, and everyone thinks this is wrong. I think that I've thought this is my thoughts, which are absolutely wrong, is that I do not want Americans to be the police of the world. No, I do not. I do not want our soldiers to be the police of the world. We have always been the compassionate country that's come to people when they're in aid and need. But no, I don't want that at all. Absolutely not.
Well, nobody in the world other than Israel wants this war.
France, let Germany, let UK, let Italy, let them build up their own damn military.
Yeah, same with Israel, right?
Well, same with Israel, absolutely.
Yeah, so why are we fighting a war for them?
We're not fighting a war for Israel.
Yeah, of course we are. Come on, Scott.
It's not. No, that's
yes,
not
we
true.
are. Yes, it is.
It's not. Listen, I'm not going to explain it. And I know we're going to disagree here, so I'm not going to have to explain it. All I'm going to tell you is there's a speech that Marco Rubio said, and he explains everything about why we're in this Iran war.
I don't trust anything Marco Rubio says.
It makes
so
perfect sense.
it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
I said I don't trust. I don't trust anything Marco Rubio says. I don't trust anything Pete Hegseth says. I don't trust anything Donald Trump says.
I'm sorry, you don't trust anything that Marco Rubio says.
No, I don't.
He's probably one of the best Secretary of States we ever had in quite some time.
Well,
You've really gone anti-Trump as of late, haven't you?
I don't like. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm anti this war.
Well, everyone's anti-war.
This war in particular.
Nobody wants
not
anyone
everyone.
killed or injured.
Well, no, not everyone's anti-war.
everyone.
Uncle Billy Slaw is not anti-war.
Yeah. Paul he's like a Lindsey Graham. He wants to be in war in every country.
But it was necessary for us to do this. It was. And only Donald J. Trump was the person to do this. To pull
It's been a disaster. What have we accomplished?
We are accomplishing getting rid of. I know. I'm not saying that. We may not get rid of it. We may not get rid of this regime, but we have weakened this regime to be minuscule. It will take years upon years to build all the things that we have destroyed.
All right. So why are we still there then? We accomplished our goal. We weakened them. Why are we still there?
So we can kick the can down the road, and we don't have to deal with it in our time.
But you just said we set them back.
About Iran.
So why are we still there?
If we don't have a regime change, there could be a regime change.
There's not going to be a regime change.
No, it's not going to be a regime change.
Well, that's your prediction. That's
So
your
all the
prediction.
things they said we needed to do.
You don't know that for a fact.
They said regime change. They said
you don't know that at all.
they said get their uranium. We're not getting that either. So
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are. That's the whole thing. We bought down from Islamabad because we told them no nuclear weapons.
yeah, and they told us to
period.
go. And they told us to go fuck ourselves.
Well, yeah, and look, we'll go bomb the hell out of them again, and they will be nothing. They will be pieces.
How many times? How many more times do we have to bomb?
They are so dedicated to hating us so much that they will just let their land be bombed to oblivion.
How many more times do we have to bomb them before we can leave?
Well, I already had the bet with you, Pete.
I know.
April 30th. It's my time.
I
And
mean,
if I have to pay you $100, and if they get out of it the week after, then so be it. I mean, we were already, they were already begging.
Hang on. I can answer that. The same bombing strategy that ended Vietnam, 186 straight days.
It's not the same thing.
That's what ended the Vietnam War. They said no mas.
Yeah. Well, okay. Iran's not Vietnam.
You're right. Actually, I think Iran's easier to deal with.
No.
But just a suggestion. I mean, it worked before.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. I thought
Yeah,
what
we'll
ended what ended the Vietnam War was us leaving.
Yeah, when the North Vietnamese signed a peace treaty saying we're tired of getting our asses kicked, no mas. After 186 straight days of carpet bombing.
We were there for 10 years. Is that how long you want to stay in Iran?
Right, but then,
I literally just said 186 days.
Right, but then, after we left, what happened?
Yeah,
Exactly.
about 3 years later, yeah. And I'm with Pete. We accomplished what we were going to do over there. We're done with it.
I'm with you there. I mean, look, we get rid of the uranium enrichment. Okay, that was the whole thing. We get rid of that, then we'll get out of there.
So, but supposedly we did that last June. So what changed?
Yeah.
No, they had uranium in Richmond. They was up to 60%. They found out.
First of all, Scott,
look, our CIA, our intelligence, which is absolutely.
It wasn't even our intelligence that said
fantastic,
that. It was Israel saying that.
What they were
So what
doing. They were
about-
hiding things.
They have been saying that they're weeks away or months away from a nuclear weapon for 30 years.
Oh. Yeah,
That's what they've been
always
saying.
2 weeks away.
And things were destroyed in those 30 years too.
By who?
Okay, there are places that they had the rods going and all that. That was destroyed by Mossad in Israel. Israel's done a lot to take out the nuclear capacity.
Good. Let them keep doing it. And we go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask you something. You really want this hanging on your heads, kids, in the future?
I'm not. I have never. I am not worried about Iran in the. I'm not worried about Iran in the least bit.
Let me finish, please.
They're 7,000 miles away.
Hanging over your kids' heads that Iran has a nuclear bomb, and they do have shown that they have ballistic missiles that could reach our country and bomb the hell out of D.C. or New York or whatever.
They won't do that because if they did,
really want that?
if they did, they wouldn't exist.
Of course they wouldn't exist, but at the same time, killing millions of us. I mean,
They're not bombing us.
To your exact point, if they bomb DC, I might send them a Christmas card.
Yeah.
Well,
Just saying.
DC is another animal. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of memes about they're like, please, bomb the Cowboy Stadium or bomb the Ohio State Stadium. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's kind of funny.
Well, bomb the Falcon Stadium and start all over again. That would be a good start.
I mean, I don't see.
Let's just give them permission to bomb certain parts.
I just don't
of the
see
country.
all these other countries that have nuclear bombs. How come we're not worried about them shooting bombs over here?
Because they're not terrorists like Iran.
Of course they are.
They're not state terrorists like them.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
yes,
where
they do.
he's kind of got a point. Like, we're not worried about India doing it because we're allies with India. We're not worried about Britain doing it because we're allies with Britain.
Well,
For now.
About Korea or China
We're
or
allies
Russia
with
about doing
Pakistan.
it. Because they
Right,
know
we're not allies with Russia or China, but
That goes back to my
Pakistan.
point earlier about China. China relies on us so much; it's not in their best interest to bomb us.
It's not in anybody's best interest to shoot a nuclear bomb off because they would be wiped off the face of the earth immediately.
we buy
don't
all
understand
the
that
shit they make.
the mentality of the Iranian regime, they don't care. Death to America. They
Yes,
live in
they do.
apocalyptic vision. That's what they have. So that's the reason why.
No, I disagree.
That's where I do have to agree with Scott. I do think, Pete, you ignore the fact that even the quote-unquote moderate Muslims of the world just want us to die, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first of all, creating a nuclear warhead is one thing. Creating a way to deliver it 7,000 miles away is a totally different thing. They've been working on making a nuclear bomb for 30 years. They can't even do that. You think they're going to make one that delivers 7,000 miles away?
Yes, they already have. They have the capability. We discovered.
By the
that
way,
in this whole,
here's the other thing too.
The nuclear part, in my opinion, the nuclear part they do have figured out. I think they're like North Korea. The missile part is where they have.
They don't even need to make one. If they wanted to buy one from China, China would happily give it to them.
Well, see, I don't think so.
why
I
not?
don't think so either. I don't
think so.
No,
Why not?
no.
Why would
Because
China's not going to sell them.
that's because they could hate the Chinese as well. I mean, look, they if you're not part of their religion and believe in what they believe in, then you are an infidel.
Yeah, they say fuck some
As
Buddha.
simple as that.
Oh, I mean, every religion feels that way. If you're not Christian, then you're an enemy. If you're not Jewish, then you're an enemy of
Christians
Israel.
aren't going out and saying, "Oh, listen, let's kill those heathens out there." They're not doing
That's
that.
that's where I'll give Christianity a little bit of grace. Like, they've gotten past the whole "we're going to kill you for not praying to the same God as us." They did that at one time. They're not doing that.
But first of all, that's not the whole. That's not the whole of Iran. I mean, there's 93 million people there. They're not all extremists. They're normal people.
Well, no, most of them are extremists. But once again, even the quote unquote moderate Muslims believe that you should be killed for not praying to Allah.
Not the moderate ones, no.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Okay, I mean, whatever. That's been proven time and time again.
When I walk my kid to school in the morning, there's a guy that lives 3 doors down from me who's Muslim, and his wife wears the whole hijab and everything else. I walk next to him at school, and he's never tried to kill me. I wonder why.
Well, he's probably come close to knifing you once.
No. I mean, I would consider him a moderate since he hasn't killed me, I guess.
You better watch what's under that shabab.
Key word there being yet. Like I think they did a study out of the UK. I think it was something like 86% of all the Muslims in the UK believe Sharia law should be implemented. Gays should be thrown off of roofs or executed. Like, yes, even the ones that aren't running around stabbing or shooting people every day still believe those things. They're just not acting on them on a daily basis.
Okay, well, don't let them in there.
When a regime kills 40,000 of their citizens because they went out and protested, because the inflation rate is somewhere in the rate of 90-something% there. Okay, I mean, their lack of food and everything else. I mean, they are imploding on themselves, and finally they're going to implode enough where, yeah, they're going to have to give up.
I don't buy into the fear mongering. That's just an excuse to go to war.
It's not fear mongering.
It is.
This is not. Look, the Islamic regime of Iran is not fear mongering. These people want us dead. Period. That's it.
What they want is us out of their affairs.
That all Muslims. I may disagree with Slim of this, that all Muslims feel that way. I don't believe that. Okay.
No, I didn't say all, but a majority do.
But well, maybe so. But I don't fear that, a Muslim I run into going into a convenience store is going to shoot me. He's going to say, "Hey, how are you today?" And I will say, "I'm fine. How are you?"
Well, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. There's plenty.
You have the greatest Delta 8 gummies. That's why I come here.
How about when Trump said if we elect Kamala Harris, we'll be at war with Iran in less than a year? That's what Trump said.
Yeah, we elected Trump and now we're at war with Iran.
Yeah, weird.
We're not at war with Iran. We are
of course we are.
in Iran. They have no war capabilities at them at all. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no anti-aircraft.
They don't need one. They barely had one anyway.
No, they had about 100 ships, I believe, and then they had a pretty decent Air Force. What we have found out that what they have is they have a ton of missiles, and they have a ton of
missiles and drones.
He's talking about their capability. Like, technically, China has a bigger Navy than us because they have more boats, but they don't have the capability of our Navy in the slightest bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So,
technology-wise,
that's where I'll absolutely agree with Pete. Like, their capability was fucking nil.
Well, I don't think it was nil. It was, they were building up, according to Mark Rubio, okay, I'm just quoting Mark Rubio, they had built up such an arsenal, they were making themselves impenetrable to get after them if they had a nuclear warhead. That's what they were doing.
Well, what they want is they want us to come in there. They don't care. They don't care about.
They want us to go in there. Yeah, they want us to get boots on ground. Yeah.
That's what they want.
There's not going to be boots on the ground.
That's what Iran wants.
But that's what they want.
Well, what they want in one hand and poop in the other.
According to Pete and Lou, there was going to be boots on the ground 2 weeks ago. They were on their way. I guess it takes longer to get a notion.
Well, according to all y'all, this war was over. Going to take 2 weeks. Guess you were wrong about that too, weren't you?
I never said that.
They did have boots on the ground.
But I said it should only take 2 weeks because you wipe off the fucking map and be done with it.
And then Trump said that he said
bring up something,
18 times that we've already won the war, and they're begging for a peace deal. We go to negotiate with them to tell us to go fuck ourselves.
Once again, I've never said that. I said it should only be done quickly, but they're not gonna do shit the way I would.
Yes, there have been boots on the ground, and the boots on the ground were what? Their search and rescue of that pilot, which was phenomenal, which was absolutely phenomenal. We have shown our technology is unrealistic.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We have the most powerful, capable military in the world. I mean, technology-wise,
because we spend the most money on it.
and there's no doubt about that.
We're finding out things that we can do, and I'm going, holy schmoly.
There's no doubt about that. But a lot of wars have been lost by the less capable country.
Oh, sure. I mean, hell, the American Revolution was won by the less capable country. Britain was the superpower of the world at the time.
Yep.
Yes, they were.
I just want to know what the end game here is.
The end game is to.
I'm curious of that myself.
Regime or not, we get rid of the uranium. And we tell them no more nuclear weapons, period. That's what we're going to say. That's the two main things. No more uranium enrichment, no nuclear weapons.
I don't think we're getting the uranium.
No more uranium.
Yeah, make that a protest speech. Let's go out there and protest. No more uranium.
According to Donald Trump, the uranium is buried under a collapsed mountain from the first bombing we did.
Why?
Why not? Just drop some uranium on them.
Why do you want to give them uranium?
We might drop some radiation on them. How about that?
Why do you want to give them uranium?
Let's give them 1 million X-rays. How about that?
I think that joke went over your head, Big.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I'm talking about in bomb form.
Oh, okay.
And I said, how about 1 million X-rays? Let's give them 1 million X-rays.
Yeah. Like I said, that's where me and Pete completely agree. Accomplish your goal and fucking kick rocks. Now, his goal and my goal may be different, but
listen, I'm with y'all 100%. This is not going to be a prolonged war like Vietnam or anything like that. It's not going to be that way. Period. It's not. We are going to beat them to submission, and then they're going to come to the table and give us what we want, which is no uranium enrichment and no nuclear bomb. And we may walk out of there and they still have the same regime. Now, I'm not saying we're doing regime change here. But
they've been telling us, Scott, for the past month that we already beat them in submission and that they're going to make a deal, but they're not.
Well, we'll just keep beating them to more submission.
I don't think.
Look, they've been making money on the oil. They're not going to be making money on the oil.
I don't think you can bomb your way out of this. I just don't think you can just.
What I'm more worried about is it ended up like fucking Iraq. We spent 20 years trying to build that country back into what we think it should be.
No,
fuck that.
No, we're not doing that. We're not going to be conquerors. We're not going to be people to come in.
Well, Trump said himself, when this is over, if we have to help them rebuild, we will. So that sounds like nation building to me.
And that's a fucking problem to me. I completely disagree with
I've never heard Trump say that.
He did say that.
If that's the case, then I missed that. But I don't believe we're going to do that at all.
First of all,
did that after World War II.
He just keeps contradicting himself. He says so much shit.
Europe. And what do we get back from Europe?
And they're doing pretty good now.
Yeah, nothing. We got nothing back from Europe.
Yeah. I mean, those countries are doing pretty good now. But yeah.
Not really.
Not really. Germany's in turmoil. So was the UK.
Germany's in a world of shit. UK's in a world of shit. Spain's in a world of shit. Greece is in a world of shit.
Yeah, those Western European countries are not doing very well now.
France is doing okay.
Yeah, and Hungary and Poland and all that, they're doing all right. You know why? Because they have a more of a conservative leaders in all those countries.
That's not what Sven said. Yes, Sven said that his country is doing well.
He lives there.
Who said this?
Yeah, I'm about to say he lives there.
Yeah, so he should know better than the rest of us, right? Because we don't live there.
Exactly.
By the way, he absolutely should, but okay, let's be honest about it. Like 60% of all electricity in Germany comes from France because the German government decided they were going to go green and go, build a whole bunch of wind turbines and put up a bunch of solar panels, and the shit don't fucking work.
That's right. The whole green initiative has put all of these countries backwards that went with the green initiative. Yep.
Like, I'm all for if you come up with a new idea, great, but you're trying to implement old ideas in a new world, and I don't think it really works.
No. Look, nuclear energy is the way we should be going. I mean, that's a cleaner energy that we could ever have, and do so much more with that.
Yeah,
Well, I think there's more than that. Me and Belushi got in a conversation one day, but before they started the whole push for electric vehicles, I actually thought it was a good idea for them to go hydrogen.
I like the idea of hydrogen
yeah,
too.
that's a good idea. Yeah, I like hydrogen. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you mentioned Volusia. Have anyone heard from Volusia?
He's still in a concentration camp.
No, I haven't heard from him in a while.
I mean, could he have said something against the CCP or what? I mean, what's
I
going
told
on?
you, he's in a concentration camp.
No, last time I talked to him, he said he got something happened with his job where he had new hours, so he might be working a different hour. I don't know. Lou says he heard from him.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in the the comment section on Lou's call-in show on Tuesday.
Yeah, he's got a different job now. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked him if he was gonna be coming back on the midday show, and he says that he'll try to come on sometime. But,
Yeah.
well, I think we do forget too that it's like 2 a.m. when the midday show comes on there.
Right. I think his
Normally
old job.
he'd be coming in from being out drinking.
Yeah, I think his old job. He didn't have to be in. He didn't have to be in early, so he could stay up till 2 a.m. I think now he does have to be in early.
Now, I think the much more likely cause is that all of a sudden Clemson's in the toilet and Clemson man is nowhere to be found.
No.
Oh.
I don't think he cares about that. You saying that he retired like Law Tide did because Alabama's dog shit?
No.
I mean, I can't say Alabama's dog shit. I mean, they did make
Yeah,
the
they're
play.
not
I know.
dog shit.
Well, compared to what they have been,
They're heading in the direction of dog shit.
Yep.
One time.
How long before there's lynch mobs forming for Kalen DeBoer?
Circle in the drain one time. Yeah.
One time.
I don't know, man. Alabama's a weird place. I guess if he had a bad year this year, he'd be pretty hot. See, I don't know.
Oh, he may have to catch the first thing out of that state smoking if they have a bad year. Like if they win 8 games or less, I mean, he may have to go into witness protection.
If he, I hope he doesn't have an oak tree in his front yard. Somebody might poison it.
Oh shit.
Lou said that Lawton made a please beg me to come back video and has 0 comments.
I didn't see that.
I haven't seen it either.
That whole thing was weird to me because like several videos been made before I watched it, and I sat down and watched them all, and I'm like, what the fuck's the point in all this?
There is no point.
There's no
I didn't
point.
think so.
There is no point. Yeah.
I think he
I don't
wanted to stir up, like, trolling for, that used to happen some years ago. I don't think the trolling's as bad these days, is it?
I don't know. I missed the show last night. What's the latest on the TK BA beef?
There is
going on.
nothing. There is no new update. TK was not on the.
Oh, she wasn't?
Bad Bitch Fuel again. No.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
No, she wasn't. She
Ruh-roh.
wasn't there again. Yeah.
What happened to her?
Yeah, and then BA said, I don't know what TK's deal is. So, but she's not on here tonight. So
TK's mad because we all don't have any interest or feel like watching anything about her spider breeding.
No, it circles back to the beef with TK and Celine. Yeah.
See, I didn't know there was beef there. That's how far out of the loop I am.
What all circles back to, I think it was like not last Wednesday or the Wednesday before.
What? First of all, what's she mad about now?
Well, wait a minute. And since Celine's a Jew, if TK has beef with Celine, will the U.S. invade her next?
No. So apparently it was like
legitimate question.
was taking Celine's side. So yeah. So now apparently TK now is beef with BA now, so yeah.
Well, I love that that's Vic knows all the gossip about everything.
Yeah, Vic, he's like an encyclopedia.
Season beef. It gives us something to do.
Yeah, Vic knows about all the beef.
I mean, he does, man. He could do a whole show on just that. But here's what's going on around the slobs this week.
Let's see if Lou can tell us what the beef is.
Yeah, because I don't know, because Lou will have more inside information. Yeah.
Well,
If he chooses to disclose it.
Well, he's right here, right now.
I'm trying to, but you won't be quiet, Tube. What's funny is that it started on a Celine Driver's show, and TK joined the stream. And Celine and TK were arguing over which one of the two of them is least likely to ever come to the Slob Olympics, even though they both say they will. So, like, Celine's like, you say you're coming and you don't. And TK's like, well, you say you're coming and you don't.
Wow.
And, like, they weren't even really, that wasn't even the subject of whatever it was they were talking about. And then TK just joined the StreamYard out of the blue and came in at 100 miles an hour with the "you ain't never going nowhere," but just for no reason.
Damn.
And then BA was in the comments and said something like, basically took Celine's side, like, well, I don't know why you came in here just guns blazing, like it didn't make any sense, like you were looking for an argument. TK got mad, said BA was taking Celine's side, and then sent the lady like 100 text messages in an hour.
Oh my God.
Good God.
Yeah. So the lady blocked her on text messaging, just stopped the text messages from coming like that day, which was like 3 weeks ago now. But then the lady unblocked her like a couple of days after that. But TK's in a hole somewhere, non-contact order or something. I don't know.
No.
Nobody heard from her.
I've come close to blocking Paul before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same reason.
I only blocked her on my phone. I didn't block her on anything else. So.
Well, she's normally your partner, BA, on your Sunday show, so.
Yeah, the beef is definitely still steaming.
It is not still steamy. You can't have beef when you're not even talking to the person.
That is beef.
Yeah, exactly.
If
That's
it's
like
not,
mad at Pete. If I got mad at Pete and didn't
steaming,
talk to him for 30 days, that would be beef.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not.
then
if-
it's not
if
steaming. It's stagnant. The beef is just stagnant.
If it's not steaming, she would have been on the show. Yeah.
Well, fine. Here, we'll call it a Cold War between BA and TK.
Yeah.
Let's hope no one gets a nuclear arsenal first, okay?
Yeah. So if it's cold, would that make it a raw beef?
No.
Wow. Boy, Vic is throwing them out there, isn't he?
I think TK
Uncooked.
Feel the audience, Vic. Feel the audience.
TK should make a retirement video like Law Times.
It's uncooked beef. Yeah.
No,
I have a
it
personal
got
question.
well, you can't uncook beef. Once it's cooked, it's cooked. I mean, it was cooking on high for several days. So the beef is definitely cooked.
It was well done.
It's burnt.
Is it burnt?
It's been put in a freezer bag and a date was wrote on it.
Oh,
Must eat by March of 27.
okay.
But it definitely
Will it
not
get
wrong.
eaten by March of 27? That's the question.
Well, let's hope we can just get a hole poked in it and get freeze burned in it. Burnt beef.
TK's had a beef with a lot of people. Let's list them over the years.
Edward was the funniest one.
Edward, Colby,
Millis.
Colby,
Millis.
Me and Raj.
yeah, Millis,
Off on Edward that time for like an hour.
Celine, BA. That's 5 people right there. There's got to be more.
Millis.
Me and Raj.
Raj.
Edward,
Yeah, right.
Edward called her crazy. That's all it took. She lost her mind for like an hour and a half straight. Called her crazy.
Imagine Edward calling you crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the true insults are the ones that hurt the deepest.
Yeah.
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 She got mad at me for something I said one time, but I don't even remember what that was about.
No, she got mad at me too.
Yeah. Well, she got mad. She got mad at Lou a bunch of times. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Remember when Colby told her she killed babies in the NICU or something?
Yeah. That.
God damn, I never heard that. Wow.
What was didn't you have a court case with her and Colby?
Yeah, that was it. It was about the
Disingenuous.
About Colby wasn't was disingenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And I think
Colby that Colby is not genuine. Yeah, I know because I was TK's lawyer. So
yeah, and wasn't Celine Colby's lawyer?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Which as soon as I heard that Colby hired
on the morning show.
As soon as I heard Colby hired a Jew with like 7 vowels in his last name, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have seven vowels in his last name. He only has one. But
How do you know that? What's his real? You know his real last name?
yeah,
Is his real last name Driver?
no,
Okay then.
No.
no.
Oh, I thought his real last name was Driver. My bad.
Yeah. No, I know his real name because I'm friends with him on Facebook.
This is a drag queen situation.
She also had beef with some.
I am too there, Vic. Yeah.
You remember that guy, the Traveling Fool's Nose? I can't remember the guy's name now. She was supposed to do a show with him, and something happened with that, and then she was mad about that for a long time.
There's like 70 of them.
I forget the guy's name.
Unfortunately, it didn't go public. I still think the best beef was between her and Rick.
He's like,
Oh,
this people that I think.
Look at she's it for that.
yeah. Rec doesn't do beef.
Yeah,
No, Rick, unfortunately, I think it would be great.
if it
Doesn't
doesn't
he
go
have a beef
public,
with his girlfriend?
I don't know.
I haven't talked to him in like a week, but that ship seems like it was almost about to be sailed last time I talked to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's too
Yeah.
bad.
He rode it hard and put it up wet, didn't he?
Yeah. That's how you're supposed to do it, man.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's how it's supposed to go.
He didn't buy it. He just leased it. Time
Yeah.
to turn it
Yeah.
in.
Which is probably smart, if I'm just being honest about it.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, with a lease, you can only put a certain amount of miles on it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the fiscally responsible thing to do. Wow.
But as everybody that's watching this show is probably quite aware, very few of us are fiscally responsible.
No.
Speaking of fiscally responsible, I am so intrigued by the Ballard wedding situation and the planning. Like, I can't wait to hear every detail. They're getting married in April. That's the only detail so
Yes,
far.
on
April of what?
3rd.
2036?
This year?
April 3rd.
No, next
Too
year.
late for April of this year.
Right.
But yeah, April
right.
next year. Yeah.
Next
April,
year.
April something next year.
I think it's like April 3rd, something like
Yeah,
that.
April 3rd. Yeah.
But like, where are they going to work? Where are they going to live?
in the back of his car.
Yeah, they're gonna live in they're gonna live in the camper in her parents' backyard. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's what he said.
Big guy.
Yeah.
That's what Lip and what's their name did on the last season of Shameless. Lip in that camper in the yard outside
Comparing
Frank's
them
house.
to Shameless, wow.
Can you imagine living in a camper with Ballard? Damn.
I hope somebody videos that wedding. I need to see it.
Listen, if all of us don't get invites, I'm gonna be highly offended.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I hope I'm not invited. Then I don't have to say no.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
I'll make some kind of deal with him. Like if he promises not to invite me, I'll get him a really good wedding gift. If he does invite me, I'm getting him like a $25 gift card to Walmart.
If he doesn't invite you, buy him an air fryer.
Whatever it would cost me to make the trip down there, I'll just give him that amount of money if he promises not to invite me.
Wow. Would you actually go, Lou?
No.
Yeah, I might would. It's in April. You can swim in Florida. I might would. I mean, I might would make a trip out of it.
Right.
I might would. I'm just like I'm not dead set on not going. I would try to find a way to go, but I don't know for sure if I'd be able to.
I know a guaranteed way to get Lou to go. If they do the wedding at the Hard Rock Casino on the Seminole Reservation.
Oh, if it's anywhere near Tampa, count me in.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is going to be in Tampa.
Yeah.
I need to make some trips down there and get some Hard Rock points, so when that thing opens in Vegas, I can stay there.
Yeah, no kidding.
That thing is fucking massive, dude. Have you seen any videos of it lately anywhere?
I mean,
Holy
I
shit.
haven't seen any lately.
I just saw when we were there in January. I haven't seen any videos though.
It towers over everything on that strip.
Yeah, it's
Well,
huge.
Lou sent that video of them testing the lights. I saw that.
Let's see here.
I'm hoping it puts a lot of pressure on Caesars and MGM to start giving better deals, like some legitimate competition right there at the center of the strip.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's massive.
Speaking of Vegas, lady walk now. Oh, shit.
When are you going again?
You want to go tomorrow?
I wish.
Oh, next week?
No.
May? I don't know what I'm going.
Yeah, May.
I'm gonna. I've tried. Nobody can go, so I'm just gonna wake up one day, find a cheap flight, and just go. I don't know when.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go.
Well, one.
Everybody wants to go. The want is there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, my level of want is 10.
It's
I
not
hear
about
you.
the want,
Yeah.
it's about can. Yeah.
Like one of these years, we may have to reschedule it for when the pools are open.
It is a totally different experience during the summer because you have something you can do to kill a bunch of time during the day. That's cheaper than gambling. It's not gambling.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We were kind of killing it
for a while.
We were kind of killing it on that craps table.
I love that craps table.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, the summer's hard for me
Yeah.
because my kids are out of school.
Well, you have so many other trips you do. Take you with your kids.
I know. Yeah, we're going out of town for 2 weeks this summer. So
Yeah. Where are y'all going? Oh, that's right. Up north, whatever that, Wyoming or something.
no, we're going to Chicago, Montana, Seattle, and then 3 places in California.
Did you get your Cubs ticket situation straightened out?
No. No. I bought the right tickets. I bought the wrong tickets for the wrong date, unfortunately. And then I had to go. They wouldn't give me a refund.
Yeah.
And so I've got 8 tickets now. 4 for the wrong date and 4 for the right date. So I'm trying to sell
Yeah,
them.
you have to just resell them or something.
Yeah, but that's a fucking pain in the ass too. I thought it would be easy. It's not.
Yeah, and you're going to lose money too because of the fees. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. That's my fault. I fucked up. It's July 4th is when we're going. I bought them for June 4th, the first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are going on July 4th. Wow.
Yeah.
They ought to have a lot of, I don't know, some special shit or something going on that day.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought they would maybe have fireworks, but they say they don't do fireworks at Wrigley Field. But there's probably fireworks somewhere down in Chicago, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
Who are they playing that day? Do you know?
the Cardinals.
Oh, that's rivalry too.
Yeah.
Cubs and Cardinals.
Got good tickets too. It's like row 6 on the first baseline.
So, are y'all going to be staying somewhere overnight in Chicago?
We're staying in Chicago for 3 nights.
Oh, have you ever been?
No.
I hadn't either. I want to go.
Great city.
Yeah, I've never been. That's why.
City.
Yeah, so we're staying
What
there.
county are y'all staying in? Do you know?
Yeah, I forget. Mrs. Peete booked it. I don't know. I forget where it's at.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the nice part of Chicago. You know.
Yeah. Is it like in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll stay there for 3 days. Then we'll get on a train and travel to Montana. Stay there for 3 days. And then get on a train, back on the train, and go to Seattle. We're only staying in Seattle for 1 night. Then we're getting back on the train and going to San Francisco. We're staying there for 3 days.
What?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing?
Yeah, going all over the place.
Yeah, and then after San Francisco, we're getting back on the train and going to Santa Barbara, where my sister lives, and staying there for 3 days.
Santa Barbara.
And then we're flying home from there.
So, what's the longest train ride that you're taking?
30 hours.
At once?
Yeah. No, you stop.
Oh, man.
You
No.
stop. You stop.
What are you doing?
That's the reason it's 30 hours, because you have multiple stops. But from
Y'all have a
Chicago,
room with beds in it?
huh?
Y'all have a room with beds in it?
No, we looked at that. $2,500 per night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no.
God damn.
I know.
Did you get talked into that, or you want to do it?
I wanted the room with the beds in it, because the room with the bed in it has beds in it and a shower
Yeah.
and privacy too. It's got a door.
And your kids are going to be there?
Yeah.
Bruh. 30 hours.
Your kids are gonna hate you by the end of
Good
it.
luck,
I know.
man. Good luck, bud.
I mean, the train is a lot better than a plane, though. It's not the same. You can get up and move around, walk around. They have a bar in there. You can go sit out and watch TV. Like,
Yeah, the Pete's not gonna leave.
yeah, I'll probably sit at that. Yeah, I'll probably live at that bar. But, I mean, you stop 3 or 4 times. But from Chicago to Montana is 30 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Amtrak?
Yeah. If I couldn't get up and walk around, I wouldn't do it. But if I can, as long as I can move around, I'm not sitting in a chair for 30 hours. There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Dang.
Yeah, I'll pass on that whole thing.
No. It's a good way to see the country. That's the reason we're doing it, for the kids.
Yeah. They're just gonna hate you by the end of it.
They hate me now. Fuck them.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, they're at the age they hate everybody anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the older one, yes, but the younger one, probably not.
He'll like it.
Oh, yeah. The younger one probably still treats you decent.
Does it stop for smoke breaks? I don't know about all that. They stop just to let people on and off, different cities between where you're going and where you came
Yeah,
from.
you can't smoke on the train, can you?
I don't think so.
And those stops, like you're like it's a set amount of time, so you would be allowed to get off, right?
I think so, yeah. I think they stop for a few hours at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at least we can get off and go, like, get lunch somewhere and walk around a little bit, yeah. I don't know. I've never been on, I mean, I've been on a train for like 3 hours before. I've never, been on a cross-country trip on one before, though.
I've never even been on one. I would like to do one. I just don't think I could do the 30-hour thing.
Yeah.
But I would like to ride on a train at some point, somewhere.
It's a lot less expensive, too, than flying.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, not for $2,500 a person, it ain't.
No, we're not doing the $2,500 was just for the sleeper rooms per night.
Good Lord.
Yeah. We're not doing that, though.
I wonder how roomy the seats are compared to an airplane. It's got to be a little bit more.
Yeah, they're bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more comfortable. It's more
I
comfortable
would
than
think
right
they're a lot more comfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can sleep.
I'm not gonna lie. I was feeling that flight on the way back to Memphis from Vegas. It was a straight shot. There was no layovers. There was like 16 of us on there.
Man.
Yeah, it's usually not hard to sleep when you're leaving Vegas after 4 or 5
No.
days.
I go to sleep before we even take off.
Me too. I always take that midnight flight, leaves like 11:30 at night.
Oh, the night
and I'm
flights are the
asleep.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asleep before the plane doors are closed.
Yeah, because nobody has their lights. It's dark. It's easy to sleep.
Yep.
Everyone's quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best.
Gentlemen, I got to go. See
All
you later. Have a good
All
one.
right, Scott. Take it easy, bud.
Bye, Scott.
See you, Scott.
How about Tucci coming to the Masters and didn't even say boo to Uncle Lou?
That sounds like the most Tucci thing ever.
What? Come on.
Yeah. You're right, actually.
Yeah.
He said they only came down for the day. It was with a buddy of his or something, and they literally drove to the Masters, did the Masters deal, got in the car and left.
And
Went
he
back
works at the Hard Rock in Bristol, right?
home. Unless something has changed since
January.
whatever 2 Januaries ago.
Yeah. So we went to my father-in-law's last week, and he had just got back from there.
Oh yeah. What did he say about it? Does he like it?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really care. He said it was small. You know. But yeah, he said it, I mean, it was nice. He's like, it's just small. It's, it's like it's a small casino.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, oh, really? One of my friends works there. He's like, oh. But yeah, Tucci coming down to Augusta and not calling you is the most Tucci thing ever.
Yeah. Texting me 3 days later to let me know he was down
Hey,
here.
by the way, I was right by you 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that why? So is this part of why Slaw doesn't like Tucci, or?
I don't even think Slaw knows why
Yeah.
Slaw doesn't like me.
He doesn't know why.
Or
Got no idea.
He goes, just something about him.
Morning.
What's up, Ballard? When you getting married? 3rd?
April 3rd next year.
You getting married in the church, aren't you?
It appears so.
Yeah.
You should get married at a casino.
I tried to convince her going to the courthouse, but she won't. She
No,
won't
man,
do it.
Do it at a casino by an Elvis impersonator.
Hold on, I got to take a
That's
phone call real quick.
Is there going to be a reception after?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could invite you guys too.
You could have the reception at the buffet at the casino.
Right. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Or you can make the smart decision and not get married.
No, I'm good.
No, you're far from it, Ballard.
All right, guys. I just got to go. I got to go pick up my car. So I got to go.
All right, buddy.
All right.
I'll talk to y'all.
All right. See y'all.
See you later, Lou. See you later, Ballard. Vic,
Yep.
shalom.
Yeah, shalom.
All right. All right, Slim. Enjoy your day. Are you working today?
No, I'm off today and tomorrow.
Enjoy your day.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. See you later. All right, guys. That's gonna do it for me. Yeah, good to be back. I feel like I say that all the time. I'm always gone, so I'm always back. But anyway, yeah. See you guys soon. Have a great rest of your Monday.